Hello, party people. I'm back. I put the growth serum in my hair and blow dried it and curled it. Um, it's amazing how long you can't even see it, how long my hair is. And without it being curled, it's like almost down to my butt. It's so long. I could not get it past here for years and years and years and years. It did not go past my shoulders, and now it's like insanely long and thick. So, if you're looking to get longer hair, definitely check the growth serum out for sure, along with the shampoo and conditioner. So now I'm gonna do a quick fancy, nothing fancy. I was gonna say quick, nothing fancy look for you guys. 9 times out of 10, I do not do a full face with foundation, contour, all the things. I am super busy. I'm a teacher, and my daughter is involved in way more activities than she probably should be. So I'm constantly on the go. So I like to do something very quick. It usually takes me about 5 minutes in the morning. It's going to take me longer, obviously, because I'm going to talk through it with you guys today. And I could literally talk about these products forever, but I won't keep you that long. So I'm going to get started and show you, yeah, basically what I do for a pretty good day-to-day face. If you're wanting more detailed stuff, I love doing crazy looks. I love doing extremely detailed eye looks, especially. I love using different colors and different techniques. If you're looking for more of a detailed tutorial, you're definitely going to want to go over to my group, Bombshell Cosmetics and Beauty Bar, and you can search anything you want, whatever product you want to learn more about. And I guarantee I've done a video on it. So over the last 3 years. So let me know if you have any questions, but we're gonna get started. So what I do, I already have my skincare on. I showed you that in the last video. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out. There's an entry there. For this one, we'll do an entry as well. Trying to think what we can say for this one. For this one, just let me know what you have planned for this weekend. Like, is there, or what you've already maybe done this weekend. If you've got something going on, let me know. We are going camping, or not camping, sorry, we're going to our cabin. We used to camp, now we are our cabin people, but I keep calling it camping. So that's what we're doing. And we love it there. It's really pretty up in Harrison. So let me know what you're doing this weekend, and you'll get an entry into the giveaway that I'll be giving away a bunch of stuff very, very soon. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the tinted moisturizer. It's one of my biggest sellers. It is a color correcting tinted moisturizer, CCTM, color correcting tinted moisturizer. Big mouthful of words for basically an amazing product that we just call CCTM. Comes in 6 different colors. I am medium, in case you want a reference, and you're gonna see right away that it starts to just color correct. If there's any redness, there actually is a green concealer in our products, and green cancels out red. Okay, so if you have a lot of red, you might want to use the green concealer as well, and I'll show you that product in a second. But I always say everybody to put this on first, because it will cancel out any little bit of red that you might have pretty darn well. So I had some red on my face, especially through my cheeks and nose area, and you're noticing that it's just totally correcting that and giving me one even skin tone. I have a lot of freckling and age spots on my cheeks, and it's covering them up a little bit, but you can still see the freckles, and I like that. It looks like it looks still like skin. Have you ever seen somebody with foundation on so thick that it doesn't look like skin anymore? Like, that's not what we want, right? We just want to look more like us, not like a mannequin in plastic. So I love our foundation. It is a full coverage, but not a full cakey feel. But this is what I wear 99% of the time. I don't even wear foundation. But if you wanted, at this point, you could also put on foundation. Our foundation is amazing. It's a medium coverage. This tinted moisturizer is a sheer coverage, and together when you layer them, you get the full coverage. So it kind of just depends on what you want for what I would recommend. I usually people start with the tinted moisturizer, and then if they need more, they will go to a foundation as well. But I'm really, really happy with that, so I'm good with that. If you, at this point, if you had any red on your face still that was showing through, I have a little bit of red right there on my chin from a little breakout. I'm just going to put a little bit of our green concealer. It is literally mint green, and it's green is the opposite on the color wheel as red. So you're actually canceling it out by using color correcting properties. So to cancel out red, you're going to use green. And it is mint green, but it doesn't look green. It looks more white on your face, but it's going to cancel out that red. So you'll see right away that red's gone. And I have a little bit on my nose so I can cancel that out. And then I just take that brush I just used and I cover it up and make it skin color again in a stippling motion. If you brush, it's going to be a sheer coverage. If you stipple, it's going to be a more full coverage. Like I said, I could talk about all the tips and tricks all day long, and this video would be 4 hours long. I don't want to waste your time, but if you do want more detailed, where I go into more detail, definitely check out my group. I love doing like more detailed tutorials, but for this, we're just going to do that. Now, I do like to brighten up my eyes. I look tired. I have dark circles, if you guys haven't seen already. So I put white concealer, just a dot in each corner. I kind of mix it on my face. You can also mix it on the cap or whatever of a product, but I actually just mix it kind of right on my face. And then this is our light. So white, a dot in each corner, and light, I kind of do like a little line. Oops, that one's weird. And I'm gonna mix it on my eyes. What I use is a concealer brush, and I'm gonna make a upside down triangle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's the area that I want to brighten, and I really want to brighten the inside of my eyes the most. I do also bring it up onto the top lid because I have lots of purple discoloration up there, and I want to correct that as well. So the concealer we have is a full coverage concealer. It will cover up anything. You can use it, and I kind of cover up those little sunspots too, or little freckles that I have. We do have a product that actually gets rid of them. I don't mind mine. Mine are just kind of like small freckles, but if you have larger ones that really are you're self-conscious about, we actually have a dark circle. Not dark circle, that's our eye treatment. We actually have a brightening treatment. But you can see that this just brightens my whole face, and then I can just blend it in. Basically the opposite of a raccoon. I'm wanting the brightness right here instead of it being dark. It's gonna make me look so much more awake. And then if I have any extra product and I really wanna blend it out well, I'm gonna use that brush that I just did with the CCTM and kind of just get rid of any extra product and really blend that in well. Okay, now you can be good right here and start going into your eyes, but I love to set it with a powder. It comes in a tube like this. I just don't really like the brush. I'm not gonna tell you I like something if I don't. So I bought this on Amazon and I just threw it in here. One thing of powder lasts me about a year. And so I just put it in this container, and I don't use it a lot. And I just use my own brush. This brush is super, super soft, and I like it better than the one that it comes with, that the powder comes with. It comes with this brush right here. Some people like that brush. It's just a little scratchy for me. So I set it, and that's gonna just be like, basically this powder just kind of really just meshes everything together and just blends it all very perfectly. It's gonna absorb oil throughout the day. I have oily skin, so if you have oily skin, it's gonna absorb oil throughout the day without getting like sludgy or cakey or getting into your fine lines. It actually has skincare in it as well, which I've never heard of another powder having that. All of our cosmetics has Cineplex Complex skincare in it as well. So definitely definitely worth the money because you're actually putting skincare on your face. So anytime I put an eyeshadow on today, a blush, the tinted moisturizer, the powder, even the glosses on your lips, you're putting on skincare on your lips, and you're gonna see your skin get so much better over time. That's the biggest thing I hear. The biggest thing people realize and notice when they start using our products is how much the skin health improves and their lip health improves. Okay, so now at this time I'm gonna put on some pearlizer. So this is our pearlizer. I use Advanced Anti-Aging Pearlizer. It's gonna give me a cool shimmer. I have some right here. It's just kind of a cool shimmer on my face, and I like to mix it with our blush. So one thing that is different is all of our products, including our eye and blush, products are creamy, which might be a little intimidating at first, but it makes it so easy to blend because what I just put on my face is the same consistency as this. So it's all gonna blend very, very nice. You don't need a lot. I'm literally gonna put one little dot on the top of this container. So I've got a dot of pearlizer and a dot of blush. That's all I need. So one of these tubes is gonna last you like a year, if not more. It's amazing. And then I'm gonna take a brush, angled blush brush like this, and I'm gonna evenly disperse it all over the brush. I don't want it just in one spot. I want it all over the brush. And now I'm kind of, it's almost like a dry brushing at this point. It's almost dry on my brush. And I'm just lightly putting it on my cheeks. I like a really rosy cheek. I like to look alive and jolly like Santa. So I like to put a lot on. But if you get a little too much, which I got a little too much in that area, go back to your CCTM brush or your foundation brush and you can just blend that too if you get a little too much, okay? It's totally blendable and buildable. So you can add more or take away if you want, okay? But that just livens up my face instead of being all one color now. I had a blank canvas, but now it gives me a little bit of color and it just makes me look more healthy, I guess I should say. Gives me more of a healthy glow. And I use that pearlizer to give me that pretty shine. If you don't like the shine, all of our blushes are matte, so they'll automatically come matte. If you want to make them more shimmery, then you're going to want the pearlizer to go with that. You can also just put pearlizer on by itself. Just a little tiny dot, and you can use it to highlight. You can use your finger, a brush, whatever you want. Just a little dot like that, and I don't know if you can see that, and then just blend that, and then another dot here. I think a brush works better, but you can definitely use your fingers. You don't have to be a makeup artist. You can do it right down the center of your nose. And I got a little too much, so I'm gonna go back with that brush. And again, it's all so blendable. And that just gives me a really pretty glow, and I just especially love it for summertime. Eyes. I don't like to do something crazy for eyes every day today. I just kind of do a simple trio. So for today, we're gonna do Dusk Shimmer, Candy Cocoa Shimmer, and Rustic Brown, okay? And these are all pretty neutral colors. We have every color under the sun. We have matte colors, shimmer colors, and even glitter colors. Each one applies a little differently, but I specifically picked these three for beginners because they blend very well. And they look great together as well. So I'm gonna start with the lightest color, which is Dusk Shimmer, and I'm gonna show you how I get basically the quickest, easiest eye look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some of that. You don't need a lot. And I'm going to basically start right at my lash line. I need my mirror a little closer, sorry. Start at my lash line. And I'm just going to kind of use a flat brush with small strokes until I get up above my brow, or up to my brow bone. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly blend it all the way up to my brow. It is creamy, again, which for me was intimidating, but now I'll never go back. I have about a minute or two to work with it, and then it's going to start to set. And once it sets, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to get in my eyes. I have contacts and super, super sensitive eyes. It's not going to get in my eyes and irritate them. It's not going to just fall down and be down here, a few hours later. It's not going to smudge all over my face. Everything I'm putting on my face is going to dry to a powder consistency, but it's going to be waterproof or water resistant. Completely smudge proof and basically going to last all day. I've even went to sleep in this stuff and woke up and the next day it still looked good. Okay, so I've put that on my whole lid, the most concentrated at my lash line, and then barely any all the way up to my brow bone. That was a Dusk Shimmer, okay? The next color is Candy Cocoa Shimmer. This is a really, really popular one. So is Dusk Shimmer. They're both really popular. And I'm just going to put it right in the corners. Just a couple little dots right there. You do not need a lot. You don't have to worry about dropping these because they're not powder. They're not going to crumble and break if you drop them. They're just creamy. They're going to last a lot longer than a palette would. And you get to choose the exact colors you want. You don't have to buy a whole palette and only use 2 or 3 colors, which is what we usually do when we buy a palette. I will never go back to powder eyeshadow ever, ever again. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush, and I'm just blending it a little bit above my crease so that when I open my eyes, you can still see it, because otherwise, if you just put it right in the crease, you won't see it. So I'm just blending it a little bit up and just barely holding the brush. And again, I do a lot more detailed looks where I really explain what I'm doing in my group, okay? But that's usually enough. That's like kind of my day-to-day look. I'd finish up my face with some eyeliner, mascara, and brows and lips. But if you want that little more, more of a punch that make your eye pop even more, I have Rustic Brown. So it's just a dark brown. The last one was Candy Cocoa. And I'm just going to put a dot. You do not need a lot. That's probably too much. And just at the dot, and I'm going to use an even smaller fluffy brush. This is a very detailed fluffy brush. And I'm just going to kind of go in there and barely blend it out. I'm just staying in the crease itself. If you get too much, like there's too much on this, I always have a rag handy and I just wipe my brush off. A little goes a long way. So if you get too much on your brush, just brush it off. And now go back to that last fluffy brush I had and use it to blend even better. So that's a good tip as well. Use the brush I just used on the Candy Cocoa to really blend the Candy Cocoa with the Rustic Brown. And you can move it a little bit too while it's drying. But once it dries, oh my gosh, you guys, it's amazing. It's not going anywhere. Okay, and that just made my eyes pop even more. And I could add a little more if I wanted it more for a nighttime look. It just kind of depends. But that's kind of what I do. It normally takes me about 2 minutes without talking. I'm also going to fill in my brows. We have a brow product, but my favorite is actually to use our eyeshadow, to use our Shadow Sense. So this is called Mocha Java. We have different colors for different colored hair and eyebrows. And I'm going to use an angle brush. Now you can tell my eyebrows are basically single file. They're extremely overplucked from years of overplucking them back in the 90s, and they basically have not grown since. So I fill them in because if not, they just don't frame my face. You're going to see a huge difference when I do one. It might look different if you're not used to it at first, but you will love it. Okay, see how much better just putting a little bit of a line there. So I'm lining the bottom and lining the top. And because this is a cream to powder eyeshadow, it's going to go on creamy, but it's going to dry like a powder, but it's going to be smudge proof. And now I just brush up from the bottom line and I brush down from the top line to kind of even it out. You can also use a little spoolie. You can use a little spoolie too to kind of blend it if you like. But it makes a huge difference with your eye look, okay? I really, really recommend it if you haven't already. Okay, and then we'll do the other eye. And again, I'm talking. I love to talk. So this is taking way longer. But I can literally paint these puppies on in like 30 seconds. If you have any questions whatsoever, you need recommendations and stuff on certain colors for you, please let me know. I love like picking out colors customized for you. Okay, I got the last eyebrow a little higher than this one, so I'm going in to kind of fix that. Want them even. They don't have to be twins, but they do have to be related. Now I'm gonna do our liners. So we have a liquid eyeliner, and we have a pencil eyeliner. I love both of them. They're both waterproof, smudge proof, not gonna go anywhere. You can actually put the pencil in your waterline. I've never found a pencil that you can put in your top waterline ever, okay? But see how much of a difference that makes so easily. So those of you that don't like eyeliner because you don't know how to do the straight line, if you put it in your top, it automatically is straight. It gives you the idea of liner, but your lid doesn't have anything on it. Especially great for people who have smaller lids as well. But if you're not good at the straight line on the top, putting it on the waterline is perfect. And then you can also pull your lid dish down very gently and put it on the bottom. It's the creamiest eyeliner I've ever used. Right now I can smudge it out a little bit, but once it dries in about 30 seconds, it's going to stay all day. Okay, look at how much of a difference just that makes. I used to not be able to do this. I loved this. I loved putting it in my waterline. I love the look it gives you, but I used to not be able to do it because of my contacts and my sensitive eyes. And now I don't have to worry about that because this stuff is waterproof. So it's literally on my waterline, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to seep into my eye and irritate my eye. So this time you could just put mascara on, or if you love the eyeliner and you really like a liquid eyeliner, we do have a liquid eyeliner. Again, this one's waterproof, smudge proof as well. It comes with a little brush that I love. And I just quickly put a little tight line on. Okay, you can do an amazing wing with this too, but I don't wear a wing eyeliner unless it's something special. But with that brush, it's so tiny, it makes it so easy because it's just such a perfect size brush. And that just really, really, really makes my eyes pop. So now you're gonna put on mascara. We have 3 different types of products for mascara. We have a lash building primer. It's in this light blue. It is a beige colored, and you're gonna put that on, and it's going to allow you to see every single lash. So my lashes are blonde, and you typically can't see them when I'm applying mascara. So this kind of shows me right where they're at. It's going to condition my eyes. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's providing a lot of length. So it's building that length up before I even put on a mascara. It's a super little brush, so you can really get in. And it has Capixyl in it. So all three of our products actually have our growth serum in it. So the same Capixyl that was in the hair growth serum and the shampoo and conditioner, it's that same product. So you're going to want to make sure you touch it to the base of your lash so that that Capixyl can get into that follicle. This is going to prevent any brittleness. It's going to hydrate your lashes. And it's just going to make them crazy, crazy long. You can use this with any mascara. It doesn't have to be Senegence brand. Then we have a waterproof. The blue one is waterproof. And a gold water resistant. It comes in 2 colors as well. It comes in black or black brown. Black brown is just a really dark brown. So I typically like to use the water resistant or a regular formula. It looks like a Christmas tree. I like that I can get in like right here and really get into those little tiny hairs. And it's really good at providing length. So now I'm just going through and coating all that beige stuff, making sure that I get every line. Look at how it just totally makes my eyes pop. And again, they all have that Capixyl in them, so just make sure you're really getting it up to your base of your lash. If you just apply it to the tip, 1, you're not going to get a volumized look, but 2, you're not going to get the serum into the follicle. So that, most of the times I'm good with that. I might throw a little bit of it on the bottom and I'm good. But if I really want to beef it up, we have the waterproof, and I like to put the waterproof on last because it's going to seal it. But again, you could just do another coat of the water resistant if you wanted. Or just call it a day with the 1 coat, because I feel like the 1 coat was enough. And that's just going to really make it waterproof. So if I was going to be at the beach today, or someplace where I'm going to be crying, then I definitely recommend this one. And this one's a big, chunkier brush. This one's really good at separating. So each brush kind of does a different thing. And that's like pretty much my look. I can throw on a lip color at this point. Just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm, where I'm going. But I want to show you our 2 different lip products. We have a tinted gloss. Okay, this one is Red Delicious. This is a really popular one. It's a pretty tint. They make them with tint. They make them with glitter. We even have matte ones. Okay, so that, and I pretty much would be done here, but this is just a lip gloss, okay? It's just a tinted lip gloss. It does come off. It does smudge. I don't want anybody to be, misled that this stuff doesn't come off. This is definitely just a lip gloss, okay? You can put it over lip scents. The lip scents won't come off, but the tinted glosses do. So if I'm just running out the door real fast, I can throw on a gloss like that. But I also want to show you, obviously, Lip Sense, which is our biggest, most popular product we have. And kind of what we're known for. So I'm going to wipe my lips off, and I'm going to show you how to apply Lip Sense. So this is just witch hazel. I got it at the dollar store, literally $1. And I'm just going to clean my lips. Okay? You don't think that there's a lot of stuff on your lips. But I'm telling you, all that foundation or tinted moisturizer or blush or whatever you just put on your face, it's on your lips. So really make sure you clean even your waterline, because the nice thing is we can also put, just like our waterline in our eyes, we can also put lip color on our waterline, which is something you cannot do with other lip colors because it's going to get on your teeth. You don't have to worry about that with Lip Sense. So now that they're clean and dry, now I'm going to put them on in a 3-part system. So the first thing, if you're new, is you're gonna get a starter collection. So you get the color, the glossy gloss to seal it, and the oops remover to remove it or fix any mistakes. That's why it's called oops remover, because oops, I made a mistake. When you first start out, you're not going to be very good at applying your lip color, okay? It's kind of like painting your nails for the first time with your left hand. You probably weren't good, but you didn't give up. You just kept trying, and eventually you got better. You might have had to use a little bit of remover to get it off your skin in certain spots. Same thing. If you go outside the line, the remover will fix it, so you're not having to have crazy lips for hours on end. It also removes it at the end of the night too. And sometimes it just wears off throughout the day and you don't have to worry about it. Other colors though, I have to use the remover. If not, it'll be on my face or on my lips for like 4 days. There are some, not 4 days, but there are some colors that will last 2 days on my lips. So now that they're clean, I'm going to do it in one sweeping motion and not try to go back and forth. You want it even, okay? So I did the outside and then the inside of my lip. I'm brushing off most of the product. I don't need a lot. The tip should be almost dry. And I'm really pushing it in my lip since that sponge on the tip is dry. I'm really pushing it in. Try not to go back and touch anything up. You're gonna put 3 layers on. At this time, you wouldn't want to talk, although I can't stop. So look how white it makes my teeth instantly. I love this color. This is Kiss for a Cause. Kiss for a Cause, actually, they donate part of the proceeds to breast cancer research. So it's kind of near and dear to my heart. And one of the things that I donate actually my own money to is that as well. They also do fundraisers for a lot of women and children's things. So now you're going to let that dry. The longer you let it dry, the longer your lip sense is going to last. So if you have time to let it dry for about a minute in between, that's the best. If you're running out the door and you don't have that much time, that's fine too. It just might not last as long, okay? It's typically going to last anywhere from 4 to 18 hours, depending on the color and depending on your body's own pH and how your body just breaks down the color. Okay, so the second layer I put on this way to keep it really even since I started this side last time. Again, brushing it off though. You do not need a lot of product. You want 3 thin layers. If it's thick, it will crumble off. I love this color. You can actually go a little farther out on your lips if you want to make your lips look a little larger, which is nice because you don't have to worry about it like feathering or bleeding into your skin at all. It's going to be a very straight line. And if you make a mistake, that's when you would get the remover out and you just fix the mistake right now. Try not to touch your lips together though, like me, because if you're touching them together, sometimes they'll get sticky and tacky, okay? They'll be tacky until we put the gloss on. You also might experience a little bit of a tingle, or maybe you don't feel it at all. If you're not allergic to it, don't freak out. It's just our cosmetic grade alcohol that's in it, and that's just how the product works. It also keeps the color 100% bacteria free because it's constantly killing anything that could get into your tube. So these tubes are going to last a very, very long time, and they're going to be safe for you to use for a very long time. If you do feel any of the tingle or even a slight burning sensation, it will go away as soon as you put on the gloss, okay? I only have felt the tingle a few times, and it was when I was either really dehydrated, one time when I was sick, probably because I was dehydrated, And if you have extremely chapped lips or a cut or a sore on your lip. I bit my lip one time and it really hurt to apply it. I got like a tingle that time. But as soon as I put the gloss on, it went away. So, okay, last layer is going to be my thinnest layer. So I'm really brushing the applicator off. And then at this time, I recommend you seal with Glossy. Every starter kit comes with a Glossy, and that's our most hydrating gloss. I'm trying to talk with my mouth not touching, sorry. So that's the one I would recommend. And I always start out with sealing it with Glossy. And then if you want, you can always add a glitter gloss later on throughout the day. You can add a tinted gloss like the Red Delicious that I showed you earlier to change it up, make it more red. You can do whatever you want, or you can just keep using Glossy throughout the day. If it ever gets any dry, if it feels dry at all, gloss. And by glossing, you're actually going to make your lip color last longer because the gloss is what protects the lip color. Now the gloss, you can go back and forth. We start out with a white applicator, and you should end with a white applicator. If you don't, you didn't let it dry long enough. You can move them together now. They're not going to go anywhere, okay? Now, the gloss will come off, okay? It's just a moisturizing gloss. If you don't wipe it off like I just did, it's just going to absorb into your lips over time. And then throughout the day, if you feel like you need more moisture, just reapply your gloss. Reapply it also before you eat, and it'll protect your lips color as well before you eat. Now, at this time, if I wanted to really customize it, let's say I was wearing a more reddish shirt and I wanted to customize my look, I can use the Red Delicious or any tinted gloss really. And see how that makes it more red? Ooh, that's really pretty. I don't think I've ever tried this combination before. But it's going to make it more red, okay? Just very slightly. But again, the gloss does come off, but the color does not. So typically, I just kind of let the gloss absorb into my lips. And this is kind of what I wear the rest of the day, and it does not come off. Okay, I can move my lips all around. It's not coming off whatsoever. It's not going to bleed. It's not going to feather. It is amazing. All of our products are like this. So you saw me literally paint on my brows. They're not coming off. Eyeshadow, not coming off. Blush, not coming off. All the products I just put on are water resistant or waterproof, and they literally last for the whole day. I have not found another product out there that works as good as SeneGence and they truly say long lasting. They really mean long lasting. I'm telling you guys, this is amazing. The liner's not coming off. It's not going to look like a raccoon at the end of the day. I spend time on my makeup and I want it to look good all day. I don't spend time on my makeup in the morning for it to only look good for an hour or two. I want it to look good all day. I'm too busy to have to reapply. So that's why I've fallen in love with these products. So if you have any questions or need any color recommendations or product recommendations, please let me know. I hope you enjoy the rest of the party and have a great day.